If you got a minute, I can answer all your questions. He jerks his head toward the camera on the ceiling. Not here. Detective leads this kid, America's newest hero, down a concrete hallway, down a fire stairs, through a couple of metal doors marked Authorized Persons Only. Leads the kid to a metal door, unlocks it with a key, throws the door open. This kid's folks, they text they're coming down to help him. They text not to be scared. Inside the metal door, it's dark and stinks. A backed-up toilet stink. Kid follows the detective. His folks text they're in the lobby. Here's the best part. Detective flips on the lights. This snitch, the tattletale, sees piled in the center of the room a heap of bloody clothes. Next, he sees the hands attached to each sleeve. It's only clothes and shoes and hands because the heads and faces have been obliterated. A distant voice, muffled from another room, says, "The only quality that truly unites us is our desire to be united." It's then our altar boy turns to the detective for help and sees nothing except the muzzle aimed point blank at his own face. Soon as the locating service scans for pipes and buried electrical cables, he gives the go-ahead to dig. Spencer's rental truck's over the backhoe. They're one with the largest bucket. The job's just half dug when sauntering across the practice fields comes somebody too old to be a student. Somebody tenured. Some busybody in those India print cotton drawstring pants. Leather sandals and socks. Wearing a sweatshirt printed with the words, "This is what a feminist looks like." Something rolled up and tucked under his arm. He's got the usual gray beard and eyeglasses. Once he's yelling close, Graybeard raises his arm and waves. Shouts, "Nice day for it." Yes, and a ponytail. Sauntering across the soccer pitch. Bald except for the gray ponytail hanging halfway down his back. Sparkling in the sunshine, an earring. One dazzle-bright diamond earring. Specifications call for excavating a rectangle 300 by 30 feet, 12 deep, with the bottom leveled and layered with 2 feet of impervious clay. On top of that, a seamless barrier of polyethylene sheeting to retard possible leakage into the water table. This site here, a minimum of 500 yards from any potable well or open water course. These are the same specs they're using nationally. The same specs as a holding pond at a mill, only minus the compressed clay hardpan the EPA would normally require. Rolled up under the Graybeard's arm? It's a yoga mat. He goes, "What are you gentlemen undertaking here?" A professor slumming it among the proles. Rufus goes, "Campus improvement." How he says this without laughing, who knows, but he's all, "Long-term underground parking for faculty." Naylor laughs, only he puts a fist to his mouth and pretends it's a cough. Osterman gives him a harsh look. Professor is all, "Call me Brawley, Dr. Brawley." He offers a handshake nobody accepts, not at first. Naylor looks at Wise. Rufus hefts his clipboard and flips through the thick stack of paper it holds. Professor's hand hovers until Osterman shakes it. Rufus shuffles his pages, being, "Brawley, Brawley." His fingertip traces down some list, and Rufus goes, "You teach something called The Arrogant Legacy of Privileged Euro-Colonial Cultural Imperialism?" Professor nods to indicate the clipboard, him being all, "May I ask to what you're referencing?" Not missing a beat, Rufus comes back with, "Environmental Impact Study." Naylor and Wise both guffaw. Total jackasses. They turn their backs to everybody until they can regain a professional composure. They're still snickering until Osterman goes, "Don't be dicks." Professor red-faced behind his beard. He shifts his yoga mat from under one arm to under the other, going, "I only ask because I serve on the university committee against wounding the earth." Consulting his lists, Rufus is all, "Vice chairperson, it says here." Naylor excuses himself to go inform the backhoe operator.